Wuthering Waves needs to have an easy mode, so lately I have been kind of negative on my experience with Wuthering Waves, but I'll be honest, there is something about the game that it just keeps drawing me back to play more. So I do think Wuthering Waves can be a really great game, but the thing is, the combat, while addicting, is just a massive chore to engage in oftentimes due to it being overly difficult. Like, it's one thing to have endgame bosses be really difficult, that makes sense to me, but like when I'm dying multiple times to quest bosses, it just makes it a lot harder for me to progress my account when compared to other people. And I just feel like the game's difficulty is really hampering my enjoyment of the game, which is a real shame because the game is fun. It's just I would rather not have to retry a boss over and over again when trying to progress my account. Like, here's some of my Twitch stream of me fighting the final story boss.
Bad time to keep it together.
Quit telling me I have bad timing, you hoe.
One more time.
Ow.
Bad timing.
This is way too. They need it. This game's way too difficult. Do you guys have any tips on how to win that? What was the issue there? That boss took me 9 tries to beat, and while I understand a lot of gamers like the challenge, I just don't understand why Kuro Games couldn't have just implemented an easier difficulty options for those of us who don't like the challenge. Because not all of us do want this challenge, like some of us do just want to play Wuthering Waves at our own leisure, and just enjoy the story and lore and its characters and exploration, and hack and slash a few baddies on the way. I am an extraordinarily busy person that already has enough stress in my life, so I would prefer to not get mad when I play a video game when trying to unwind. Now, not only are the bosses really annoying to fight, but I often find the standard enemies to be just too much of a hassle to bother with in this game. Currently, I'm stuck on an exploration quest where I have to like kill these 2 monkey things, but the thing is I always get overwhelmed really quickly, and even if I dodge one of them, the other hits me. And it's gotten to the point where I just don't even look forward to the combat sections in this game because it's just annoying getting knocked down again and again. And the thing is, to get the resources you need to level up your characters, you need to fight these really overly difficult bosses, even if you have beaten them already. And I just think that's absurd. Like, if you've already proven you can beat a boss, you really shouldn't have to refight it. I understand this is how it worked in Genshin Impact 2, but not everything from Genshin should have been copied. Kuro Games could have really learned from Revue Starlight Relive here, where beating a stage once allows you to sweep it and instantly claim the rewards whenever you re-challenge it. And I would say in general, if Wuthering Waves borrowed less from Genshin and more from Revue Starlight Relive, it would have overall been a better product. Because just having to repeat these same fights over and over again is really burning me out of the game, which is unfortunate. It really doesn't help when the bosses are so overly difficult that I feel like I have to resort to these cheese tactics that glitch the bosses. For example, there's this one bird boss that I want to farm to level up a character I like, but the thing is, for me, its attack patterns are just way too hard to judge and maneuver around. So the only way I can defeat it is if I do this one glitch I found, where if I have it slam on top of me while I'm on a platform, it then makes the boss just become stuck for the rest of the battle. And using this exploit, I can defeat the bird boss, but the thing is it still takes around 30 minutes to do the battle, and like I think I need to do this battle another 10 more times to level up my character, and just the thought of that is really annoying. I just really think we should be given the option to lower the difficulty of these encounters, or ideally just skip them completely if we've beaten them already. And I understand that Kuro Games are known for their other game called Punishing Gray Raven, which apparently is a very high skill game as well. Therefore, its core fanbase really does enjoy the challenge. But unlike Punishing Gray Raven, Wuthering Waves is a far more popular game that has reached a far bigger audience, many of who are more casual gamers such as myself. And I just think it's kind of unfair and totally absurd that my enjoyment of the game has to be reduced just because for whatever reason Kuro Games feels like they have to appease their vocal minority player base coming from Punishing Gray Raven. There's really no harm in adding multiple difficulty modes, even a super hard mode for those who really want in the challenge, because at the end of the day, the difficulty we play on only affects us. And like, I really want to make more content for this game. I really want to share what I think are the best builds to go, the best team comps, and so much more. However, if I just can't progress my account in a reasonable time frame due to the difficulty just making things take 3 times as long as they should, then unfortunately, I just don't see myself sticking to this game. And I really just think that Kuro Games is doing themselves a massive disservice as a gaming company. Having such a difficult game is not only a massive barrier to entry, but also just comes off as elitist and gatekeeping. Like, there is a reason Punishing Gray Raven failed massively, and Wuthering Waves is falling for the exact same trap. And for me, it's just sad to see, because behind all this bullshit, Wuthering Waves is a really good game. With all that said, I am still really optimistic, because the silver lining of this all is that these devs, Kuro Games, really do listen to their community. Like, they really do, unlike some other devs, we all know who. So while I would normally not bother making a video requesting a feature, the fact that Kuro Games listens to player feedback, I figured that as an online influencer, maybe other people in the comments will agree with me. So I guess if you made it to the end of this video and agree with me, then drop a comment that you agree and a like on the video. And if you don't agree with me, I would prefer you don't drop a comment, but I guess I can't really control what you do at the end of the day.